behavioral intelligence. So over time, you'll see less and less of spam calls and more of very curated, accurate product that is sold to you. So the moment you pass out of college and you enter your first job, you open a salary account, there'll be at least 15 calls that you normally would have gotten from the same bank asking you to take a credit card, so on and so forth. I'm sure by the time you guys pass out in the next year or so, you will definitely not have to face what we faced. You'll definitely be looking at a very curated set of intelligent or your behavior based suggestions. So this is just an example. I'm sure ma'am mentioned that we were running out of time. I don't want to take more of your time. But yeah, I mean, once again, the whole advent of AI is to make you guys smarter. My sincere, I know all of you wouldn't expect an advice from me. I'm like you guys. I really don't like too much of philosophy or advice. But my suggestion is that use AI or anything that technology has to offer for you as a tool. Don't make it replace your creativity. Be creative, be hungry. Because 10 years ago when we started up, we had a very, very big kind of a dream that there is no company that is like a Microsoft or a Google born out of India. Why are we celebrating these companies? Why don't we actually? And if you see the irony is that most of these companies are now run by the Sundar Pichais and Satya Nadellas of the world, who are all Indians or people of Indian origin. But we are not able to build one such company in the last 40-50 years. Why is that so? So this always keeps haunting me. Even earlier this week, I was in another speech, I was telling the same thing. Why don't a bunch of us actually join hands and create such a big, not just a company, more of a mission where we actually move the whole fintech ecosystem forward. So that's what we've been doing at M2P Fintech. We're not just a company, we are part of a community where along with us, we work with several companies and put together we are actually moving the banking world forward. Okay, and I'm sure most of you, like I see a lot of bright minds here, so you should actually look at dreaming big and making sure you put your entire mind behind whatever you're building. Take it to the market, test it out, don't be afraid, because in our days, parents used to be very nervous if we had told them that I'm not going to go for a job, I'm going to start a company. I'm sure now that taboo is like slowly, fading away. You guys can actually be brave, go start up, try, launching a product in the market. If it succeeds, great. If it doesn't, it's still fine. You can always find a job. But please do try, because as Mr. Narayanamurthy's wife, Sudha Narayanamurthy said, regret is worse than failure. It's okay to fail, but don't have regrets. Okay, and I'm sure like I tried and I wouldn't say I'm successful yet, but I'm definitely better than what I imagined to be in 10 years when I started up. So many things, like many beautiful things can happen if you dream big and just put your head down and execute. So thank you very much for patiently listening to me. I would like to just say thanks to a special person. This person's name is Nachyamai. She was a professor here in DG Vaishnav. She's not with DGVC anymore. She got married and she had to relocate to some other city. She started something called Artificial Neural Networks. It was her brainchild here in this college as part of the computer science department. She took those classes. She was I think the author for most of the books that were written on artificial neural networks. Artificial neural networks was what is now called as artificial intelligence. So there are so many very special people who we don't really go and appreciate, or we don't even know that these people exist, right? So my special thanks to her, because whatever she envisioned back in like 20 years back has actually become reality. She said there will be systems that will actually clean our houses. Today, I'm sure like most of you in your household will have a AI-powered robot, which is a vacuum cleaner. Okay, so she actually envisaged all these things 20 years ago. I just wanted to kind of call out her name here. She was reporting to Mr. Santosh Babu back then when he was a professor. And Mr. Santosh Babu actually took digital structures classes for me. I very well remember, very vaguely remember. I really did not focus on the classes. I somehow passed the exams, but very, very fond memories. Again, good luck to everyone. Have a great year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I know how busy you are. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being here. Thank you so much, sir.
Now to introduce our next speaker, please join me in welcoming Mr. R.K. Sumusudram sir from the Department of BCOM CA.
Okay, good morning everyone present here. So I am introduced to next guest, Dr. Durga Prasad Samanre, and before introducing his name, so he is not only the person here for lecturing or sharing his experience. He has had more than 25 years experience in research and then paper publications, and he is excellent in producing papers and so and so on finance and technology. He is from CBA, and CBA means everyone knows no College of Business Administration in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so you can grab this knowledge to your good livelihoods. Thank you.
Opportunity, and I'm really looking forward for a lot of learning. Should I start, Dr. Vinod? Yeah, we should.
So we can start.
So thank you once again, and today's session is ESG, FinTech and FinTech revolution. So we will these concepts like ESG and FinTech, they are very much kind of very new conclusions of the disturbing business world. Today everyone is talking about cutthroat competition and profit making. So that scenario makes a lot of past disasters, right? So therefore this particular term coined ESG, that is environment, social and governance. So it talks about no more only profit motive. So you have to, being a businessman, being a player in the society, you have to take care of the environment and you have to take care of the society. And not only your shareholder, you have to take care of the environment, your society, And at the same time, to do that, you must have ethical governance. This is what we are talking about. Yes. I hope this is very simple word I'm using so that everyone will understand because it's a new concept. And today, mark my word, 10 years down the line, ESG will be a kind of new norm. Like, for example, before 2019, we were talking about work from office. Work from home was a very new concept point. But today, it is a normal in our lifestyle. Similarly, say for example, a conference, you are in India and so far distance from India, still we are like face to face we are discussing. Became a new norm. Similar kind of situation, 10 years down the line, you will find ESG is a normal norm in our life. Why? If we are doing business, we have to take care of the environment, we have to take care of the society, and we have to govern ethically, along with profit to give our stakeholders. So this is about ESG. Now we are talking about the fintech revolution because we are talking about ESG and fintech. So the fintech revolution refers to the rapid transformation of financial services industry through technology, including the innovations like digital banking, the blockchain, AI, artificial intelligence, driven by industry and decentralized finance or DeFi. 10 years before, just go in the timeline, today we are in 2025, just go to 2015, 2016. Do you think the way we are doing today banking, we were doing banking that time? Audience, my dear students and other audience, you can participate. Today, the way we are doing banking, and 10 years before 2015, were we doing banking like that? I'm sure the answer is no. That time, we were talking about banking means brick and mortar system of banking. Like we were going to the branch, we were withdrawing money going to the branch or only to ATM or maybe check or draft like DD, etc. And when we are depositing check for someone, the check was clearing in couple of days. Those were the norms during that time in banking. Today what happened in banking? It is a lot of sea change. There is a lot of change in the banking because of this digital banking concept. Like the banking became revolutionized. Banking today is now no more the kind of brick and mortar. We are thinking banking means we are talking about just in a mobile banking, in a kind of digital banking, etc. These are all the gift of this in banking. Now question is, we discussed about ESG, we talked about fintech. Now we are talking about ESG and fintech, the intersection. ESG and fintech, the intersection. So before I go for the ESG and fintech intersection, I would like to ask you, whenever you are downloading some software, some kind of app in your mobile, just you're ticking yes, 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 yes. Those are taking the data permission. They can use the data further. So be very careful how the company is, how ethical the company is in data management and data privacy. Is it using your data for some commercial purpose, which is creating some kind of your privacy is in concern? Then the company is not taking care of the social impact. So these are the social related thing. Now some of the kind of governance related thing, points are board, like how transparent the company is, how it is using fairness among the employees, among the other stakeholder, and how it is accountable to the society, to the stakeholder and the shareholder. The better the accountability, better the transparency, better the fairness, better the governance. Like board diversity and board independence. Similarly, executive compensation. There should be a executive compensation policy. There should be a committee who is deciding this. There should not be any kind of big disparity between the pay. The one is getting 100,000, the other is getting 1,000. There should not be like that. If I am doing the similar work, there should be a kind of parity in the payment policy. Similarly, anti-corruption policies, the shareholders' right, the kind of audit related transparency. These are the few things in the governance. Now, the second part of my thing is, and why ESG matters. Why ESG is so important today? We have discussed what is the environment, what is society, social, what is governance, how and why it matters. Investors demand. Today, investors are no more, they are just investing like that. They are demanding. We will invest in those companies who are environment friendly. We will invest in those companies who are social friendly. We will invest in those companies who are governance friendly. Regulatory compliance. The government also demands you must be environmental friendly, social friendly, and governance friendly. Risk management. If you are very friendly with the ESG factors, your risk is minimum. Otherwise, the company may shut down. Competitive advantage. If you are better in environment friendly than your competitor, then you are having competitive advantage. You are better in social, you are better in governance, then you are enjoying competitive advantage. Your share price will seamlessly, it will maintain in the market. Even though the market is going through the turmoil, nowadays you see market is going through big turmoils, your company share price will not be affected. Why? You have a competitive advantage because you are using the ESG as a kind of tool and technique. The future of ESG, how we can say, then we discussed now in the second phase of our talk, we discussed about, see, what we discussed the introduction, what is ESG, what is fintech, how they are intersecting. Then we have seen what is environment friendly, social friendly, governance friendly, why it is required. Now we'll see about what are the challenges in using ESG. One is greenwashing. Whether I don't know whether you heard about the word greenwashing. What is greenwashing? Companies falsely disclose they are environment friendly. Companies wrongly disclose, they just make a kind of window dressing in such a way that we think they are environment friendly, social friendly, governance friendly, but they're not. That is greenwashing. It's a big problem. Lack of standardization. There is till today, there is no lack of, not everything is standardized. So this is a big challenge. Then short-term versus long-term returns. Every company, you will find most of them, they think for short-term benefit, short-term profit, quarterly result, quarterly return, quarterly profit, but they don't think for long-term. This also another challenge for following the better ESG or better kind of compliance. Now, with the use of fintech, we will go to the third section of my talk. The third section of my talk is how ESG and fintech intersect, they use each other, they kind of help each other, and we get better ESG using the fintech. You got my point now? We have first discussed introduction, then the introduction, then we discussed very detailed what is in a short time period, it's a time is a constraint. So we have discussed about ESG. Now we will try to understand how fintechs helps in observing better governance, observing better social benefit, observing better taking care of the environment. So fintech is accelerating the ESG adoption by improving sustainable finance. Please note down sustainable finance. So today, whatever fintech you can say, whether it is artificial intelligence, whether it is blockchain, whatever, digital banking, so all these things help in sustainable finance. So today, finance is no more just go on taking money from any source you are getting. Today, the financing should be sustainable financing. Financial inclusion. Fintech helps in financial inclusion, which helps in better ESG. Then, and corporate transparency. The fintech helps in better transparency because better governance. You see, today, for example, any company's annual report you want, just a click, you go to the website of the company and just download the annual report. On what basis? Because of the technology. Think about 20 years before how the annual report was getting. We were sending a letter to the company. Company will send the annual report to you. It is a long time process and tedious process. But today, a click, you will get the financial statement, annual, quarterly, whatever you want. That is the use of financial technology, the AI, blockchain, digital banking, alternative financing, etc. Fintech is making ESG most measurable, accessible, and efficient for investors, business, and consumers, isn't it? Discussing on the last couple of minutes, we have seen fintech is making the ESG more measurable, more accessible, and more efficient for investors, business, and consumers. Now we will discuss about how the fintech is transforming the ESG. Then I think another couple of minutes I have.
Yes, sir. You can have. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just another 2 to 3 minutes. Maybe we will see how fintech is transforming the ESG or environment, social, and governance. You must be heard about green financing and sustainable financing, like environment impact is there. How many of you here you heard about green bond? That is a part of green financing and sustainable financing. It is no more financing means it is just wherever you are getting money, just grab it and fund your business. No more that. Today, the whole world is talking about, and India is really signing. We are in an international platform. India is doing well. The GDP is more than 6%, and the how many of you can say me the foreign currency reserve of India today?
Please,
Yeah.
audience, you can interact.
So it is more than 700 billion, right? So our foreign currency reserve is touching 700 billion. That means what? We are having $700 billion in the shape of foreign currency in different banks and financial institutions. So 700 billion is our strength today, and we are in the all over the world. Our foreign currency reserve position. If I say in where we stand in the whole world in the foreign currency reserve, What is our position? Where we stand? Okay, we are in the fourth position in the world, leading by China, having 3.3 trillion foreign currency reserve, number one, and we are in the fourth position in the world in the foreign currency reserve. Where from it come? And the third thing, because why I'm talking about last couple of minutes, I will talk about how fintech is transferring, or I'm discussing, as we said, green and sustainable finance, because companies internationally directly, I will not say use company, I will say the FDI and FPI, foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment, and FDI and FPI given by whom? By foreign institutional investors, FIIs, the foreign institutional investors, and the domestic institutional investor as well, for that matter. They are putting money into the financial market. They are coming forward for putting their money in the to investing money in Indian companies, or making a joint venture with Indian companies, or making a solo investment in the Indian banking. Recently in the budget, insurance is one of the industry where 100% foreign direct investment is allowed. What does it mean? Why the foreign investors are so interested in India? Why the foreign portfolio investment? I am sure you know about difference between FDI and FPI. So how the international investors, whether it is domestic investors or it is foreign institutional investor, why they are so much interested in India to invest? The answer is the green and sustainable finance in India. The corporate governance norms are improving. The red tapeism is going down. The babu culture. You put a file to start a company 20, 25, 30 years before. You are taking a lot of time to set your company, to get the permission, license Raj. Too many licenses you have to acquire, then only you can start company. Nowadays we are saying ease of doing business. India is following the ease of doing business technique. The India is following startup culture. Why? To have a better financing. Similarly, you might have, for a green and sustainable finance, you might have heard about the word robo-advisors. Today, robo-advisors came. The robotic will give you the advice for better investment, like Betterment, Wealth Simple. These are the two examples of robo-advisors. They recommend ESG-friendly investments. Which company you should invest, who is better ESG complying, which is better than the other competitors, where you should invest. So it is very transparent, and it is more time saving and more convenient. Similarly, carbon tracking and offsetting. Today you can find out the carbon credit and carbon debit of each and every company and the individual level. Like for example, Mastercard example, we can say Mastercard's carbon calculator helps users measure their carbon footprint based on their purchases. So we are making a lot of purchases. We are using what? We are using our credit card. So the Mastercard nowadays is disclosing how much carbon credit or carbon footprint we have made by making our purchases. That's also very important kind of revolution. Green bonds and blockchain performs the kind of bond, it's a kind of coupon giving instrument, credit holding instrument, which was there in any kind of industry, any kind of company, any kind of sector. Today, more importance, more emphasis is provided on green bond. Similarly, decentralized energy market, or DeFi, we can say. And these are the certain sustainable measures or environmental impact. Now I'll talk about how fintechs help in financial inclusion and ethical banking. That will be social impact. So as we were discussing about digital banking, digital banking made the banking not only easier, made the banking not only convenient, but also made the banking transparent. You know, whatever you are doing in a digital platform, digital footprint, it is record is there. So whatever you are buying, whatever you are selling through your credit card, through your debit card, through your phone banking, through your Google Pay, through your Phone Pay, through anything, you are keeping a digital footprint. That means your transaction is recorded, which makes transparent. So you see how fintech is helping the ESG in social direction. ESG is helping in microfinance using the AI. Kiva is an example of using AI in the microfinance. Yeah, and microfinance, I need not explain here how it is helpful in providing finance to the poorest of the poor, how it helps in financial inclusion. Then we see about AI driven for lending. Then it talks about blockchain for better banking and financial use. So these are some of the use of fintech in the environment and social, and also fintech helps in governance. The G factor. We talked about how fintech helps in environment, how fintech helps in social, how fintech helps in governance. Then our talk will be over. So the governance also, you see, before governance was more and more pen and paper. Once it is pen and paper, there is a room for improvement or correction. But today, the records, the transaction, I'm sure many of you must have taken the accounting as a subject in your graduation level. Now, in the accounting, we are talking about double entry bookkeeping. For every debit, there is a credit. That's why once we record something in the journal, that is recorded, but there is a room for making adjustment correction in a manual. But once it is digital, it is recorded. Once it is recorded through the computerized packages, like for example Tally, which uses the recording. In a tab, you can get your financial statement, you can get your profit and loss account, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, just like that. So fintech is using the AI, that becomes more faster. And you can get the financial statement, the disclosure statement, the corporate governance report. You can get the governance report of any company in just a click. So these are some of the revolution in the governance. You can find the director's salary for many companies today online in just click. These are the governance, how fintech helps in governance. So I'm sure, but before I conclude my talk, I will just give a kind of caution statement. We need not blindly see, okay, now fintech is helping completely the ESG and ESG become better. It's not like that. There are room for improvement. There are challenges are there. Greenwashing is there. Greenwashing means, just we discussed before a few minutes, wrongly portraying you are following ESG. You are not following, but you are portraying, you are showing, you are window dressing. These are the risks. These are the challenges we have to take care when we are using the AI in the ESG sector. So that's the if and it's the beginning. As we in the beginning, I started with the talk that ESG is a new concept, is a new word which coined, but 10 years down the line, it will become a norm. It will become a normalcy. So those who want to make your career, just put importance on the ESG and governance, social, environment. Every company should take care of them. Then only the company can prosper. the company can grow. And whether the company is taking care of environment, social, and governance, AI can help a lot in achieving this goal. So with this, I will just conclude my talk, and I'll just invite questions and answer from the audience.
Any questions from audience? Any questions? You can feel free. If there is no queries, shall we wind up the session?
The jokes apart, there is no query means either you understood everything, I made it very simplified, you understood everything, or you didn't understand anything. Which one is
Sir,
correct?
your speech was so crystal clear and it was eye-opening, sir. Highly informative. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Great to have you here.
Welcome,
Thank you so
and,
much,
and
sir.
my
Yes, sir.
best wishes for the conference to get success. And a lot
Thank
of
you, sir.
knowledge should get to the students, to the audience. And I once again give my heartful thanks to you and the management and the organizers of this conference. Congratulations and best wishes for the successful completion and any such future endeavors. My full support and cooperation is there. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
and back to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind time and effort, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much.
On behalf of everyone here,
Lokesh, take over.
words have left a lasting impact, and we truly appreciate your contribution today. Now let's take a short break.
Lokesh,
This is a great opportunity to connect, network, and exchange ideas with fellow participants and industry leaders. We'll resume in 10 minutes with more engaging discussions. Kindly be here by 11:40, okay? The arrangements for tea and biscuits are made outside. See you soon.
On behalf of everyone here, I thank you, sir, for your inspiring presentation. Your words have left a lasting impact, and we truly appreciate your contribution today. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
thank you.
Welcome. I'm just exiting from the process. Should I exit? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining with us. Now we'll go for a short break and we'll assemble at 11:15. We'll have our next session by 11:15. By 11:40. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Now we'll have a short break and we'll assemble by 11:40. Thank you.